Stefan Michalak, a prospector, had a terrifying experience with an unknown flying object in May 1967 while searching for minerals close to Falcon Lake, Manitoba. The incident became one of Canada's most fascinating UFO cases because of the strange burns, serious illness, and unsolved mysteries that followed. Shatner. In a remote area of Manitoba, 51-year-old Stefan Michalak is prospecting for quartz and silver when he unexpectedly witnesses an extraordinary incident regarded as the best documented UFO case in Canadian history. The Falcon Lake incident is its name. That weekend, my dad was going on another rock hunt, which took him to Falcon Lake. Additionally, there were multiple gold mines in the area where he was prospecting at Falcon Lake. When he finally reaches a comparatively elevated area, he looks up to see two objects that appear to be of a reddish-orange hue emerging from the southwest sky. There was a lot of light coming from them. He's wearing goggles with a flip-down welder's glass. They were only there to protect his eyes from injury when he chipped rock. This will be useful now. About 140 feet from Dad, the first UFO lands, making various noises, including rattling, spitting, and hissing. The next time Dad looks up, the other one is on its way up and gone, and he is focused on the one that landed. Shatner. Michalak initially believed the UFO could be a Soviet or NASA experimental spacecraft, but the more he watched it, the more bizarre it seemed. Michalak. Dad is examining this craft and is still determining its meaning. The craft is made of mirror metal. No seams are present. Neither rivets nor screws are present. There are slits in the top, which resemble a dome. His fingertips melt when he reaches out to touch the craft while wearing long gloves and gauntlets. Exclaims. Suddenly, whoosh impersonation, something bursts forth, igniting his shirt and knocking him back. He collapses to the ground while frantically attempting to extinguish the fire on his chest. He's dressed in a strappy cotton undershirt. He then removes that and tosses it to the floor. In the meantime, this craft keeps rising and falling. Then it was gone, straight back where it had come from. Shatner. Official records state that Michalak becomes confused, badly burned, and unexpectedly very sick in the immediate aftermath of his traumatic experience with the unidentified craft. Michalak. He's on his knees, throwing up, and hasn't even taken 2 steps. He's been burned. However, those are merely ordinary thermal burns. However, this is affecting him in some way. Then he's perspiring. Then he's spinning, and then his head starts to go. He understands that he will perish here if he doesn't leave. Shatner. Michalak somehow stumbled back to town by sheer willpower, and he eventually returned to a hospital where he was immediately placed under observation. The doctors found that Michalak's white blood cell count had fallen to deficient levels. He was confused and had a fever. Nobody knew how to interpret his strange symptoms. The odd burn marks discovered on Michalak's chest and abdomen, however, were what perplexed the on-call doctors. The examining physicians discovered a grid-like pattern of red burns. It was described as a checkerboard pattern, and these were thermal or chemical burns in some way, as if the UFO's gas contained something scorching that matched the grid's appearance with all these tiny dots. Whatever had happened to him had undoubtedly happened. His own body served as proof that it was real. Shatner. Despite a battery of tests, no one was able to identify Michalak's enigmatic illness. Following his close encounter, Michalak experienced headaches, blackouts, and severe weight loss, according to the official police report. Could Stefan Michalak's contact with the unknown flying object have resulted in an infection of some kind, or could poisoning be the cause of his symptoms? Stan Michalak shows up at the archives and special collections of the University of Manitoba to look at the Falcon Lake incident's surviving artifacts. A long time has passed. Oh my God. Thus, this is the undershirt he wore that day. Yes, he tore it off himself. It was ripped to pieces. The pattern left behind after the craft burned his skin is still visible on the front of the shirt. What caused that burn is what I want to know. Shatner. Nobody still knows what the mysterious substance that burned Stefan Michalak was, or whether an alien germ caused his sudden illness. However, High radiation levels were found in the area during an official inspection of the purported landing site. Additionally, some people think it might at least help to explain some of Michalak's symptoms. Rutkowski. When military and government investigators initially inspected the site, the high radiation levels were so significant that there was a worry that it might pose a risk to public health. Nevertheless, nothing they discovered on the scene could provide a convincing explanation for what led to this incident.